Well, this was a pleasant surprise. The Roofman, starring Channing Tatum, Peter Dinklage, and Kristen Dunst, is the surprise package of the year for me. Directed by Derek Cianfrance. I think I'm saying that right. Cianfrance? Yeah, I think that's how it is. Yeah, but he's the guy who did The Place Beyond the Pines. Arguably one of the greatest movies I'll never watch again. Roofman is funny, sweet, makes you feel good, and gets you in your feels. I'm very impressed with this film. I thought the whole cast did a great job, but then again, this isn't the kind of movie that requires a lot from the cast and needs amazing performances to carry it. It's just a solid movie that needs solid performances, and everyone did that. I was a little worried from the trailers, seeing the chemistry between Channing Tatum and Kristen Dunst. I just wasn't convinced. I couldn't see how their relationship could work. But honestly, after watching the movie, their chemistry was amazing and definitely was the best part of this film. It really seemed like there were two people in love, and he was doing everything he can to impress her and take care of her and be a good role model, father figure to her daughters. Peter Dinklage was great and really solid as this terrible boss. Well, yeah, he was terrible, but towards the end he kind of came around and his performance was great, and I thought the scene with him and Channing Tatum, like the naked scene you see in the trailer, was hilarious and probably one of the best parts of the film. I do still get a little annoyed when I see his face and seeing him see him in movies and knowing he's the reason why a lot of little people don't get any more roles. It's just frustrating and sad to see that little people can't get Hollywood roles anymore because of this guy, and I don't like that, and I don't respect him at all, but that doesn't mean his performance wasn't good, and his performance was good. Now, from the very little research that I did of the actual story, a quick wiki after seeing this film was actually pretty accurate to the actual story, and they actually have interviews of the real people after when the credits are rolling, and I thought that was sweet and made the film a lot more warm-hearted, at least. Roofman being so accurate to the actual story is very rare for Hollywood, especially with a film kind of like this, where it's lighthearted. This robber who's very nice hides in Toys R Us. You expect a lot of things to stretch so you can actually make a good movie, but it's very solid. It seems like the whole thing was pretty accurate. I mean, there's some people who didn't have certain jobs and some people he probably didn't talk to or things he didn't do, but overall, the whole concept, it's there. I went into this movie thinking the only thing that was going to be accurate was that the way he robbed the McDonald's, all the McDonald's, how nice he was during the robbing of those McDonald's to his victims, and him hiding in the Toys R Us and living off of candy and playing with toys was going to be the only thing accurate about this film. But a lot more of it's accurate, and I encourage people to look into the real story, maybe watch a documentary if it's out there, or read into articles. And that's something I'm going to do in the future when I get around to that. But honestly, I'm just going to talk about the movie and not the true story, so I'm not going to rate it on how accurate it is. It's still a very solid movie that's very accurate and loyal to the original story, the truth, which I always appreciate when a movie does that. Now, like I said before, Roofman definitely gets you in your feels a lot, actually quite a lot, and it does have humor, which is very solid humor, but not as much as I thought it would. From the trailer and the poster, you're kind of getting, oh, this is going to be a funny movie. But in reality it's funny, it's got good moments, but it's kind of just a little bit of everything. It's kind of like real life in a sense. One thing I really liked about this film was the amount of showing it did. It didn't tell you that Channing Tatum's character was smart and he's a secret genius. I know you get that in the trailer and him talking about it, he was doing voiceovers, but it showed his intelligence. It showed him breaking out of prison, what he's doing in preparation of breaking out of prison. It's not outright telling you, it comes together towards the end, and it shows his genius of avoiding the police and what he's doing and setting up his security to protect himself. It just makes sense, and this movie does a lot of showing, which I really appreciate. That's the biggest differences between movies and books for me. Books are about telling people things. Movies are about showing people things. And Hollywood of late has really struggled with showing people things. They just tell people things. I always really appreciate it when a movie is showing you, and I think audiences enjoy a lot more too, and Hollywood just needs to remember that. A movie is showing people things. Now, I really enjoyed this, and Roofman was a very pleasant surprise, but it isn't a perfect movie, and it's not an instant classic. I could see it becoming a cult classic for sure. It's just a very solid movie all around, and I will enjoy it every time I watch it. So I'm giving Roofman an 8 out of 10. Very solid, very good movie. So, what do you guys think of Roofman? Was my rating fair? Comment below your thoughts. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe and leave a like. Goodbye, y'all.